Playing with Power MTG. Powerful cards, powerful formats. Before we get into tonight's game, I wanted to ask a question. Do you have extra cards lying around that you don't use? Want to buy or trade for some extra cards but don't know how to maximize the value? Then you should try out today's sponsor, Card Conduit. Card Conduit is the best service when it comes to selling your extra cards. Don't waste hours trying to find the best buy list price for your cards online. Simply send them to Card Conduit and let them take care of the rest. I have used Card Conduit multiple times already. I always use them to get the best value for my extra cards. I get fair prices for my cards and they save me tons of time. They have three main services. Their standard service lets you send them your unsorted cards of any value. They will sort, grade, and give you the best price for your cards. Their curated service is similar. Send them your unsorted cards worth over $1 in value. They will charge half the fee of the standard service and charge no fee per card. Their sorted service is a great value as well. Choose cards in advance with their selection tool, send them sorted to Card Conduit, and they will grade and buy list them automatically. Save yourself the time of having to send to multiple sites and let Card Conduit do it instead. Their fee is only 2% with no fee per card. They give you the best price for your cards. They work with competitive buy listing partners, including ones not open to the public. Users get an average of 19% more for their collection than they would from any major retail buy list, even with Card Conduit's fees. Card Conduit also optimizes buy listing for card condition as well. Since vendors have different penalties for wear and tear, Card Conduit will find the best buy list priced against the specific condition of the card. So give Card Conduit a try today. If you sign up with my link in the description below or use the promo code POWER, you will also get 10% off of their fees when you use their service. A big thanks to Card Conduit for sponsoring today's video.
Hello everyone, my name is Cal.
And my name is Braden.
For tonight's game, we're bringing you something special. It's a format of Magic called Forgetful Fish, better known as DanDan. It's played with two players who share a single deck. This game focuses around a creature you've probably never heard of, DanDan. With 10 DanDans, 8 memory lapses, a bunch of other blue spells, and plenty of islands, you know it's going to be a fun time.
Cal and I recorded some games at MagicCon Philadelphia and would love to show them to you now. So, without further ado, let's kick off this daring, delightful, deceptive, dangerous DanDan dance.
Braden has forgotten the most fish triggers and gets to start us off.
I play a Halimar Depths into play tapped. I look at the top 3 cards of the library, putting them back in any order. With nothing else to do, I pass to Cal.
I draw for turn and play an island. I cast Brainstorm. I draw 3 and put 2 back on top, ensuring Braden draws Stone Cold Nothing. I pass back to Braden.
I draw for turn and play an island. I cast DanDan and ship the turn back to Cal.
I draw and play an island. I cast a DanDan of my own, presenting a blocker. I end my turn.
I draw and play an island. I cast Mindbend, targeting Cal's DanDan. All instances of island on DanDan are replaced with plains. And since Cal doesn't control any plains, DanDan is sacrificed. I move to combat, attacking Cal for 4. He takes it, and holding up mana for interaction, I pass.
I draw, look despondently at my hand, and quickly send the turn back to Braden.
I draw and play a Temple of Epiphany into play tapped. I scry 1, putting it on the bottom. I move to combat and attack Cal with DanDan. He takes it, and I pass.
I draw and play an island. Still without much to do, I end my turn.
I draw and play a Mystic Sanctuary into play tapped. I move to combat, attacking Cal with my DanDan. He takes it, and happy with my position, I ship the turn to Cal.
At the end of Braden's turn, I cycle Lonely Sandbar, drawing a card. I draw for turn and play Is It Boilerworks into play tapped. It enters, and I return an island to my hand. I pass to Braden.
At the end of Cal's turn, I cast Metamorphose, targeting Is It Boilerworks.
In response, I cast Memory Lapse, targeting Metamorphose.
In response, I cast a Memory Lapse of my own, targeting Cal's Memory Lapse. My Memory Lapse resolves, putting Cal's on top of the library. Metamorphose resolves, putting Is It Boilerworks on top of the library. And Cal puts an island into play off of Metamorphose. With the stack clear, I am finally going to my turn. I draw and move to combat. I attack Cal with DanDan and he takes it. In my second main, I cast Predict, naming Memory Lapse. We mill the Memory Lapse on top of the library and I draw 2 cards. I send the turn back to Cal.
I draw and cast Diminishing Returns. We shuffle our hands and graveyard into the library, then exile the top 10 cards of the library. Then we both draw 7 cards. I cast Mindbend, targeting Braden's DanDan, attempting to stay alive. In response, Braden casts Unsubstantiate, targeting Mindbend. Mindbend returns to my hand, and seeing I'm dead, I concede the game to Braden. After a tough game, there's nothing I want more than some salty runbacks, so we're starting up another game. I play a remote isle into play tapped and pass the turn.
I draw and play a Temple of Epiphany into play tapped. I scry one, putting the card on the bottom, and I ship the turn.
I draw and play an island. I cast DanDan and pass back to Braden.
I draw and play a floodplain into play tapped. I cast Mindbend, targeting Cal's DanDan. All instances of island on DanDan are replaced with plains, and Cal sacrifices it. I end my turn.
I draw and play an island. I cast Brainstorm, drawing 3 and putting 2 back on top. I send the turn back to Braden.
I untap, and in my upkeep, sacrifice Floodplain, fetching up an island onto the battlefield and shuffling away whatever nonsense Cal left on top. I draw and play an island. I pass to Cal.
At the end of Braden's turn, I cast Mystical Tutor, fetching up a take inventory onto the top of my library. Still in the end step, Braden cycles Remote Isle, drawing my spell. I move to my turn. I draw and play an island. With nothing else, I ship the turn.
I draw and also play an island. Also, with nothing left to do right now, I end my turn.
I draw and cast a DanDan. I play a Mystic Sanctuary into play untapped, declining to use its effect. I pass back to Braden.
I draw and play Temple of Epiphany into play tapped. I scry one, leaving it on top. Still not wanting to cast anything in my hand, I pass. But in Cal's upkeep, I cast Predict, naming Island. I mill the island I saw on top thanks to the scry and draw 2 cards.
I draw and play an island. I move to combat and attack Braden with DanDan and they take it. All through, I send the turn swimming back to Braden.
I draw and play a Floodplains into play tapped. I once again pass.
I draw and play a Halimar Depths into play tapped. I look at the top 3 cards of our library and put them back in any order. I move to combat and attack Braden with my DanDan. Braden takes it, and in my second main phase, I cast Take Inventory, drawing a card. I end my turn.
In Cal's end step, I cast Mystical Tutor. I fetch up a Mindbend on top of our library, and I move to my turn. I draw and play an island. Content to sit back and force decisions on Cal, I pass back to him.
I draw and move to combat. In response, Braden casts Mindbend, targeting my DanDan. In response, I cast Supplant Form, targeting my own DanDan. In response to that, Braden casts Memory Lapse, targeting Supplant Form. Supplant Form is countered and put on top of our library. Finally, Mindbend resolves, killing DanDan. In my second main phase, I play an Is It Boilerworks into play tapped. It triggers, and I return Mystic Sanctuary to my hand. I send the turn to Braden.
In Cal's end step, I cast Predict, naming Supplant Form. I mill Supplant Form and draw 2 cards. I move to my turn. I draw and play an island. I cast DanDan. I cast another DanDan. I end my turn.
I draw and cast Mystic Retrieval, targeting Supplant Form in the graveyard. In response, Braden casts Memory Lapse, targeting Mystic Retrieval. In response, I cast a Memory Lapse of my own, targeting Braden's Memory Lapse. Memory Lapse is countered and put on the top of our library. Mystic Retrieval resolves, and I put Supplant Form into my hand. I play Mystic Sanctuary into play untapped. It triggers, and I put Mystical Tutor on top of the library from the graveyard. I cast Mystic Retrieval for its flashback cost, targeting Take Inventory. Take Inventory is returned to my hand, and I pass the turn.
I draw and play an island. I move to combat and attack Cal with both of my DanDans. He takes it, and in my second main phase, I cast a third DanDan. With nothing else, I pass back to Cal.
I draw and play a Mystic Sanctuary into play untapped. It triggers, and I put Memory Lapse on top of the library. I cast Take Inventory and draw a card. I cast Supplant Form, targeting Braden's DanDan. Their DanDan is returned to their hand, and I create a token copy. Fearing I am nearly dead, I send the turn back to Braden.
I draw and move to combat. I attack Cal with both of my DanDans. He blocks one with his token. He takes the rest, and our DanDans trade. In my second main, I cast another DanDan. I cast Take Inventory, drawing 2 cards. I cast another DanDan. Confident in my position, I ship the turn.
I draw and I cast Mystic Retrieval, targeting Mindbend in the graveyard. I returned Mindbend to my hand and cast Mystic Retrieval for its flashback cost, targeting another Mindbend. Mindbend is returned to my hand and Mystic Retrieval is exiled. I cast Mindbend, targeting one of Braden's DanDans trying to stay alive. In response, Braden casts Memory Lapse. It's over. I'm dead. I concede the game.
What did you all think of this format? Let us know in the comments below. You can also check out the deck list in the description. It's a great game, and we hope you give it a try.
We hope you all enjoyed this match. We wanted to showcase this awesome format to everyone. It's a lot of fun, only requires one deck, and can be played with anyone that knows Magic's rules. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.